Hi, this is Macy. I wanted to share with you how to do the healing code practice. And this practice is to help you release pain or illness or disease from your body. And it comes from the book called The Healing Code. And it's by Alexander Loyd. I recommend getting it because you can read about the science and the studies done around people who have practiced this for major things like cancer, Lou Gehrig's disease, depression, all perfectionism, like pretty much everything you can think of has been healed with this. And it's a really simple practice, and I'm going to show you how to do that. It's recommended that you do it 3 times a day. And the principle behind it just generally is that everything is energy. And they talk about the 3 things. The first thing is all illness and disease and pain comes from a compromised immune system. So the immune system can heal all of those things. The second thing is that gets turned off so the immune system can't work for you when you're experiencing stress. So stress is how we are self-induced stress, but toxins, it's old stories and traumas from our past when we were feeling fear and pain that continue to work in our systems in a negative way. Then the third piece is how you can turn on that first piece is to connect to the heart. So being able to connect to the heart actually turns back on the immune system even from the pain, because the heart energy trumps all of the stressful pain stuff that causes the disease in the first place. So the practice has multiple steps. So I'm going to walk through those steps and tell you exactly what you need to do so that you can cure any pains that you're experiencing right now. The first step is identifying that pain, knowing what that pain is. If it's heartache, or if it's cancer, or if it's sleeplessness, whatever the pain is, note it and feel it. So feeling that pain, just noticing how it impacts your body, noticing that sensation, and then rating that pain on a scale from 1 to 10. Where are you? Just mentally taking a note of that. And then moving to the next step, which is reflecting on the earliest time you also felt that same pain. So thinking back and just in your mind's eye, imagining a timeline and going back and just asking your body to call forward that earliest time when you experienced that pain. And trusting what you get, because you don't have to spend a whole lot of time trying to dig this up. Once you know that memory that matches that pain, go ahead and rate that on a scale of 1 to 10, just noticing where that falls. And the next step is to read this special laser-focused power prayer to directly address this challenge. And I'm going to read it, and you can insert your pain when I pause. I pray that any known and unknown negative images, unhealthy beliefs, destructive cellular memories, and all physical issues related to will be found, opened, and healed by filling me with the light and life and love of the divine. I also pray that the effectiveness of this healing be increased by 100 times or more, at least. And I ask that this be a priority healing. I am so grateful for this healing. It's done, it's done, it's done. Thank you. Now we'll move into the meditation. And in this practice, you'll be using a hand gesture that looks like this, where you're putting your fingers together and you're imagining that the tips of your fingers have light and healing energy shooting out them, because they do. And we'll go through the 4 different positions. When you're going through this meditation, you want to hold each spot for 30 seconds. Initially, I'm just going to show you the positions. So the first one is putting your fingers at that brow point, like at the base of your nose where your eyebrows would meet. So it's not third eye, it's just a little lower than that. And you're holding your fingers about 2 inches away. And then the next spot is at the Adam's apple point. Putting your fingers 2 inches away from the Adam's apple. The third spot is at the base of your jaw. And the fourth spot is at the temples. So as you go through and are holding each spot for 30 seconds, you also want to add in a countering affirmation or mantra. So if you were feeling pain in heartbreak or anger and resentment from a relationship, perhaps you can counter with, I'm lovable. But I'm going to share with you a mantra just so that you can walk through this process with me for a round, because we want to do it for 6 minutes. And the mantra is just repeating, I am divine. I feel like this is a universal mantra for pretty much most things. So you can use this as a practice just following along with the video in the future. If you want just to have that in the background, you can. Let's begin.
I am divine. 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 I am
Couple more rounds to finish.
I am divine. 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 I am
Inhale to complete. That is the healing code practice. Sat Nam.